And we're back with Layton's Mystery Journey, Katrielle and the Millionaires Conspiracy Deluxe Edition. Gotta love that title. Last time we played Chapter 4, all the way through. So I'm gonna stop in a few side menus before we take on the next case.
Oh, yeah.
First off, I just want to turn off the notifications on fashion. So there, I have worn the outfit, so you're happy game.
I love it.
That said, I've got 17 fashion farthings saved up. We could go for another Cheryl outfit. Or we could go for a few more Katrielle outfits. Maybe the denim? Oh, that's not... I meant this denim. Yeah, sure, I'll do denim. Then I'll go here, and I'm gonna take the detective outfit off of Cheryl. He was in charge of the last case, but not this time. What else we got here in the menu? I did miss a collection item in Chapter 4. I can tell because there's this empty space. So if I wanted to go back through Chapter 4, I could keep an eye out for that useless collection item. Speaking of Chapter 4, though, there is an epilogue that I did not watch because the last stream was already going pretty long. Rex is back in Madame Dublay's care. Let's see it. I've taken down all the cat things, madam. Everything should be nice and iguana-y for Rex now. Yes, very good, very good. Now my little Rexy-Wexy can relax in his home, instead of being scaredy-waredy all the time. Who's a happy little boy, Rexy-Wexy? Oh, look at him. He's over the moon. It was a brilliant idea of yours, madam. Creating your own iguana goods company, I mean. Most people would have given up when they realized iguana toys are so hard to come by. But not you. Well, there's no point throwing one's toys out of the pram just because one can't get out of one's way. Producing my own line of goods was the obvious solution. And what's the point in creating something if one's not going to sell it? I think the name you chose for the outlet shop is inspired, madam. Rexy-Wexy's Wonders. Brilliant. I'm certain it'll be a huge hit all over London. Well, all over England, really. No, all over the world. It's going to be a runaway success, I'm sure. Oh, keep going. More compliments, dear. Oh, of course, madam. Yes, well done. Excellent work. Top drawer. Yes, I thought so. Now to mark my grand opening of my new venture, I've had the artist chap do a new portrait of me. With my darling Rexy-Wexy, of course. Oh, it's very nice, madam. There's a certain likeness between you and Rex he's captured cleverly. My own thoughts exactly. Have a look, Rexy-Wexy. What do you think of our new portrait, Oh yes, he adores it, doesn't he? What a clever iguana he is, madam. He is remarkable. Oh yes, of course he is. I'm most proud of my little darling angel. Yes, I've had the most marvelous idea. A bronze statue of me and my darling Rexy-Wexy in all our glory. Oh, it would be wonderful. I shall have them make it 10 times life-size so one can see every detail. That's a lovely idea, madam. I've no doubt people would come from far and wide to see an amazing spectacle. I'm sure they would, yes. So it would be prudent to establish a restaurant nearby to profit from the tourists. An opportunity not to be missed. Oh yes, madam, another stroke of genius. Well, let's not dilly-dally. Call the sculptor immediately. One must strike while the iron is hot. Of course, madam. I'll make the necessary arrangements at once, madam. I've been told I'm larger than life on more than one occasion. And now I really will be. The life of the rich. A bunch of new journal entries I never really went through related to each of the previous cases. I'll just mark those red. Last time we went and found Rex, who was not a cat, he was an iguana. Which one did I not read? I mean, I didn't read any of them, but which one did I not mark as red? Oh, way back in case 1. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the minigames as well. We acquired both minigames in the last chapter, and I showed the first stage of Passersby. But now let's show this one. We got these two are both going to be drawn through the clock pendant. And Mr. Waiter there will grab any green that's on his way. But this person will grab any blue that are on their way. Let's see. If I put it down there, he'll walk through. This is good. I need them to each pass by 2 additional spots. So one of them... that would be a bad place for the must-have. But if I put the must-have there, then one of them can pass these 2 spots. The green, and the other can pass these 2 spots for the blues on their way out. The other one's gonna go down towards the clock pendant and pass by that last one. The order of those last 3 probably didn't matter too much as long as they were all in that bottom row. Fun, 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 level 3. Hessian good run both after those rainbow thingies. Sure, why not? Okay, I will. They both need to grab 2 again. So one of them's gonna go up here, grab the 2 on the right, the other, not forced to grab the one on the left. How can I force someone to pass by this spot? Even if I put the must-have item in that spot, then that ignores the top left. But if I put it in the top left, it ignores that one. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Customers will walk the shortest route. No, nothing about like them hitting each other or anything. Now that's interesting. Oh, the entrance is at the top. I have it back. I was looking at the bottom left as the entrance. If I do this, they pass by a good number of spots. No, I'm good with this shop. Move that one. Or does this corner doesn't count as grabbing from that case, does it? Because if it does, then that's much simpler. Let's double check that. Oh wait. I thought there was a speed up button. Oh, they go in that order. Okay, hold on. No, I just need to reverse things. Speeding up does not seem to be an option. Okay, that does count. I thought that the corner there didn't count as buying that top left base, but that's fine. Last level we currently have unlocked, that's Amore. So first that guy's gonna come in, buy his must-have item and grab any extras, but we don't want him to take all 3. We want to save 1 for her, and have her buy up the 4 earrings. So what I'll do is I'll put 2 up here for him, and then when she comes in, she'll be drawn to this bottom left corner and have to grab the 4 earrings that I place before and after it. That should work. That's every level we have so far. More will open up as we progress in the game. Again, I'm not touching Ideal Meal until the end of things, because then I'll have all the options. But the other minigame we can look at is Hound in the Pound. You move blocks to create an escape route for Cheryl. Just guide him within the specified number of moves. One of those where, you know, they start moving in a direction and only panels on the ground can change that direction. Like, there's switches that change the walls and stuff. We'll just see it as we go. The least possible moves on this one is 4, but I must get to, if I get to the end in 5, it counts, but I can do it in 4. Alright, so then... Oh, I'm moving the right stick thinking I'm gonna move the camera, and it ends up moving him. Is there a way to move the camera? Did it say that? And I'm just... I can go to a strictly top-down view. I think I'd prefer. Alright, undo. I want him below the crown, of course. And yeah, he'll move all the way on any given move. No, I did not want to. And I keep hitting B to undo, because why wouldn't you think that B is undo? Alright, possible to do it in 4. If I hit the pink switch, I could go back. No. This is the first level. I know these get harder later, but I shouldn't be struggling right now. Oh, I see it now. Okay. Hit the blue switch. I'll leave the pink one on. The 1, 2. Make sure we turn the yellow off. And the pink one on. Then move them 3, and then... Oh, wait. Oh, it's not all blue. Jerk of a game. I can pass the level if I do it in 5 moves. But there's a way to kind of move off of that. Alright, let's reevaluate my life. Staring at the screen, and I need to move the dog. Where will he end up, or will he just be a hog? Hogging all my time and energy. I guess we will see. The thing is, he has to approach it from below the goal. Because otherwise, if he doesn't approach it from below the goal, you can't approach it from the right. So the only way to stop him is by having him hit that wall in the end, and then waste another 2 moves moving up into the right. That's too much. If he approaches it from the left, then... I mean, I suppose if he came from here and then went there, that would maybe work out. But you got this yellow switch and that yellow switch that are on separate. They're not synced. So, like, that's... Take some extra moves. Move you up. And my 2 options at the beginning are move them right, like I did on that last attempt. Or move them up. And I went right before so that I could stop him at that pink heart block. And then have him go directly up to the goal. But my problem there, that these 2 blue blocks are out of sync, so there was no way to give him a straight shot. If I turn the blue off... 1, 2... But then I'd have to turn the yellow off and still use a 5th move. That doesn't... Oh, and I don't know if I made it clear, but there is no flipping the switch while he's moving. Yeah, like raise out the switches while he's moving. So there's no instance where you need to time your button press to get him through something. Ba-da-ba-dum. Oh wait, maybe I can stop him at the intersection of these 2 blocks and then move him up. Question would be, how do I get him here in... How do I get him there in 2 moves? Forward back motion wouldn't work because he'd stop in front of the block if I put it back up. That's one space shy of what I'm thinking of. Oh, wait, I got it. Okay, for real this time I've got it. Now turn off blue and pink. Go in for the kill. Top dog is the mark you get for doing it in the least number of moves, and so now I got a little crown next to that level. So, that's all well and good, but that's enough time on the minigames for now. Those other levels will be there when I'm ready. Alright, so something to think about. After case 4, we get a little bit of non-linearity. We could keep doing the cases in order, or we could change things up and skip ahead a bit. Alright, so something to think about is, do we want to see Case 5, Ghost Busted? Case 6, An Unexpected Windfall? Or Case 7, Ratman Returns? I think I would save Case 8 for last, just because that cruise ship is from the... that cruise ship is like kind of the last thing. Some parts of the game culminate there. And it's even on the cover for the 3DS original version. So I'm gonna veto Case 8 happening, but I'm down to do 5, 6, or 7 in any order, if there's any preferences out there. But while we think about that, I'm gonna backtrack for the post-game cases of Chapter 4. That case is puzzles. The puzzles. We already solved the case. It's the puzzles that they stick in after you've already beaten the case. There's none here. Although there's also that collection item, so if I look around and happen to see a dusty spot, then maybe I can just add to that collection. The game will not tell me where that collection item is, but I can do my darndest and search. I don't think it's on this bridge, though. There's a hint coin I was missing, but that's not exactly what I came here for. Must find useless junk. Add it to collection for completion purposes. No other reason. Is it in the crates? No. Is it in the skyline? Doesn't seem to be. There was a hint coin in the car door? That doesn't make any sense to me, but sure. I've seen the crates. Dust, where are you? Dusty collection item. Wait a minute. Oh, it's because I'm missing a hint coin. I was gonna say the area is not blue. There is a new puzzle here. One of you have my new puzzle. No, the cat does not have my puzzle. Pastry man's got my puzzle. The tireless truck. This gentleman wants to drive his car to the neighboring town. There's a lorry traveling there at the same time, which can transport even the heaviest and largest of items. If the man puts all his luggage in the car, he will need 50 liters of fuel. Fuel consumption goes down by 1 liter for each 10% of the luggage not packed in the car. What is the minimum amount of fuel the man's car will need? I think they want me to do this as a straightforward problem and not one of those tricks. I mean, there's been a few tricks related to fuel at this point. He needs 50 liters. And if it only goes down by 1 liter for 10%, and like, you know, don't you have to factor in a trip back if you're gonna lower the amount of luggage you pack in? Because what I'm thinking is, if you pack all the luggage, you need the 50. But if you pack less than all the luggage, and it only goes down by 1 liter if you remove 10%, let's say, then, you know, that means you could have 90% of your luggage, but you need to use 49 liters of fuel to get there. And then you would need another 49 liters to drive. Well, not 49, because you wouldn't need all 49 to drive back if you leave your luggage there. But you would still need more fuel than 1 to get back, to then take that remaining 10%. I think that's supposed to be the trick of this one, is that you're just supposed to take the 50. But it would not be the first time I misunderstood a problem in this game.
This should do it, I think.
Apparently I misunderstood the
What's with
problem.
me today?
Okay, so when in doubt, let's just double check, because when in doubt, they like to post crap
I
like
see how to
this.
solve this now.
Yeah, it's that again. Wonderful. Okay, reset the game, get my points back. Let me guess. If the man's tank is already full, he doesn't need to add any fuel. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, this is the second time. This is the second time in this game that they've asked, how much fuel do you need to do this? And the answer's been 0 for one reason or another. Like last time it was, oh, the bus is moving downhill, you can just use the force of gravity. Turn off the parking brake. Alright, let's go get my points. Blah blah blah, let me put in the 0 and be done with it.
I've seen how to
Yo,
solve
who
this
needs
now.
fuel to drive a truck?
Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
All the stuff can be taken on the boat. That's neat. How do you get to the boat? Tell me how you get to the boat without that fuel then. You failed to mention that part. Alright, moving on. No puzzles in there. Missing one in the garden. Save so I don't have to redo that nonsense. And if I was a new puzzle, where would I be? Oh, Dusty Spot. Hey, there's that collection item. There it is, filling the gap. Nice. Welcome back. Oh, da 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 da. So they add a couple puzzles if you go back to the old chapter, so I'm here collecting those. Puzzle was not in this bush before, at least if it was, I didn't find it. Oh, this one! For some reason, I believe this one gave me trouble when my first time playing the game. Here's a cylindrical tower with an evenly spaced spiral slope going up the outside of its walls. The start point is on the ground to the left of the tower, and the goal's at the top before the center. How many meters long is the slope? Alright, so what I'm having trouble. Hold on. Okay, so it goes up to there. But this is a spiral. So there's more slope in the back. There has to be. Otherwise it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 45. But I feel like it wasn't quite. I mean, this end looks even with that end. Pretty much. But no, it's a spiral, it's gotta go around. Doesn't it? Unless this is a picture of an unfolded spiral. I don't think it is. Like it was maybe 50? Hi, Pack. Definitely say no to that. Don't be a dope. Just climb the slope. Evenly spaced spiral slope going up the outside of its wall. Did I forget to change the stream title? Oh, shoot. Let's do that. It's probably old. Although the last thing I streamed was this game, so I think that should at least be fine. It does say I'm playing this game, right? Doc. Name info. No, I put that up because I have Saturday on the streaming schedule. So in case anyone found the channel somehow, I wanted them to know I was hosting that. Jeez Louise. Ta-da. So it doesn't say I'm playing this game either because I turned the game off for that. Alright, that should be fixed now. Depending on how quick your computer is, you may have to refresh to see it, but that should be fixed. Alright, so... Wouldn't you think it'd be 10 and then 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 5? Seven, 8. Okay, see, I get 85, but I remember struggling on this one, so I know that's wrong. What am I forgetting? I teach math. Why am I... It is a cylinder. Goes around. But the slope is straight, like carved into it to be straight. Looks pretty straight. That's where I'm getting lost right now, is that, you know, it has to wrap around. Based on this image, does not appear that the slope would then be the same on the other side. If it was, then we'd re-emerge here. Unless these lines are extra. In that case, 10, 45. I was not trying to enter that. I am trying to make sure of myself. Everything's evenly spaced. A square? Not a square, but at that angle it wouldn't be. Jack seems to be agreeing with my 45 sentiment. Well, we're rolling with that then. And, two illogicals make a logical, right? Alright, now you did hear me say 45 out loud earlier, right? Like I was also at least considering the idea. See, tricky. I tried to draw it out with the motion control pointer, so hopefully that was fine. Just gonna save that. Alright, am I missing any more case puzzles here? Yes. Alright, there's one more puzzle to find in Chapter 4's post-game, as it would be called, I guess. Oh, puzzle, where are you? In here somewhere. Chandelier, no. The bench. Bananas. Book. Couch. Click everything. The drawer. The other drawer. The statues. The portrait. The bookshelf, but the non-specific upper left of the bookshelf. Alright, last one before we get to try a new case. The baffling bookcase. Oh, this one. Okay. This one's fine. There's a photograph of a strange bookcase where up and down don't seem to make sense. To arrange the books as in the picture, what is the minimum number that would need to be glued to the bookcase to keep them in position? Alright. Again, I'm remembering there is a trick here. Like, we gotta look at the picture in a different way. It says you can't use other books to jam them in either. Like, I remember this isn't supposed to be... not as many as you might think. Oh yeah, I remember now. I definitely remember now. I have a number. I have chosen to arrive at a number, so... Bass Ackwards has their prediction as well. I'm gonna submit 2. Is that gonna count as a 2? I'm gonna make absolutely sure that counts as a 2.
I've seen how to solve this now.
Shoot. Okay, I'll explain why I had 2 in a second. I'm pretty sure we had the same reason. That's what I was thinking. If you turn the bookcase on its side, then all those upside down books are really just lying on top of each other. But there was that middle shelf where the 2 books were spaced apart from the other 3. So I was thinking those 2 had to be glued. Now, Pack, in the Layton games. Oh, you know what? This would be the second puzzle today with an annoying 0. And I think you just hit it. I'm gonna say you just got it. Anyway, Pack, these puzzles are worth points and you need them to unlock bonuses. And so the completionist in me always resets the game if I input a wrong answer because they will detract points for those.
I've seen how to solve this now.
Oh, this game loves having 0 as the answer. Before you arrived, I did another puzzle. And I said, when in doubt, it's gotta be 0. And it was 0. Right, the puzzle was another one about fuel consumption. And it was like, if you remove 10% of the luggage from the car, the fuel consumption goes down by 1 liter. On a full, if you load all the luggage into the car, it takes 50 liters. How many liters of fuel does the man need at minimum to get all his luggage to the next town? Oh, well, sorry, it's 0, because he can just get on the boat that takes him to the next town, because they mentioned the boat briefly in the problem. My issue there is, how did he get to the boat? Is the boat docked at his house? Is the boat down the hill from his house and he can just push the car? I don't know. I do not know. I don't quite get the logic there. What does my math teacher do on his free time? Hold on. He or she, they Oh, I thought you had a joke lined up with a specific punchline, and I was trying to think of the pun. Alright, since I've got a few members in chat. Yeah, a little bit. Alright, chat, 4 new cases have opened up. I'm gonna save 8 for last because it's the title case. It's the Millionaires conspiracy. It happens on that boat. It's on the cover from when this game came out on the 3DS. But 5, 6, 7 are their own things. We can do them in any order. So your options are Ghost Busted, investigating the White residence home to one of the dragons. It's plagued by supernatural scares. An unexpected windfall. Something was stolen from the brand new vault at Layman's Reserve Bank. And case 7. Ratman returns. The power mouse of justice, Ratman, has been rescuing the sales figures of the London Times, but now he's gone missing. If you have any preferences about which chapter we're tackling next, between those 3, speak now. The Ghost, the Bank, the Ratman. He does have a forehead. Alright, the almighty pack has spoken. Is this definitely the place Inspector Hastings asked us to meet him, Ernest? Yes, miss, in front of the Layman's Reserve Bank, he said. Well, it doesn't appear to be open yet. I wonder what the inspector wants. Maybe it's just some problem at the bank. I don't trust banks, apart from Barclays. It's all in the name. Well, he didn't mention anything like that. He just telephoned the agency and asked us to meet him here, that was all. He's always doing this. The man never gets to the point. Well, anyway, it's a pretty impressive building, isn't it? Yes, it's amazing to think that just 10 years ago no one had ever heard of the Layman's Reserve Bank. Well, this building doesn't look new. I expect the bank bought it from somebody else, that's why. It's very important for a bank to portray the right image, you see, Shoro. It's in its name, its logo, its office building. Barclays just has a kennel at its logo. I like it. Oh, there's Inspector Hastings now, coming from inside the bank. Yes, and he looks troubled. I smell a case in the making. I wonder what it's going to be. Ah, there you are, Cat. Thanks for coming. Good morning, Inspector. You have a new case for me, I take it. Spot on. In fact, you were asked for personally. You mean somebody else asked me to investigate, not you? Spot on again. Your little agency's getting quite a name for itself now. I'd say I'd get in touch with you and, I said I'd get in touch with you on the gentleman's behalf. I felt quite pleased with myself as it happens. Well, I'm glad the agency is becoming more widely known, but I'm not sure what that has to do with you, Inspector. Well, I'm the one who cottoned you onto the great puzzle-solving abilities, aren't I? Takes a keen eye to spot a good investigator cat. He knows how to blow his own trumpet. Explains the big nose. Well, it's jolly good news that the agency is getting the recognition it deserves. It's a tribute to your wonderful detective skills, Miss Layton. Blimey, listen to me gassing. Come on, we better go in. The gentleman in question has specifically requested we keep this investigation hush-hush. Mum's the word, alright? Yes, Mum. Well, let's go in so we can find out what this is all about then. Alright, don't know why I would go in straight away when I can look around. Check the lights for money, because that's where they always hide it. You got a puzzle? No, you don't got a puzzle. The sign on the door says it's closed, but I saw a woman inside. In other words, it's closed, open bracket, unless we like you and you want to let, well, we want to let you in, close bracket. Thanks. Hey, you there, from case 3, we got a puzzle. Oh, Mr. Tor, I didn't know you banged here. Oh, hello, Miss Layton. I don't know where I'm at, to be honest. They sent me this puzzle and I just can't solve it. Really? Mr. Rector sets puzzles? Sometimes, yes. You couldn't help me solve it, could you? That dude Beetle from what's that? Oh, Beetle. Yeah, that right name, just change the T to a D and you got it. Although, the Beetle is, I don't. Oh, you mean Bob Brackett. Maybe if he had slightly darker skin. I was gonna say, the director guy is, sorry, the editor guy is a bit short to be Beetle. We want to paint the wall 12 sections like in the picture. Red along the outside edge on the left, blue on the outside edge of the right, purple in the center. On a paint for one section costs £10 for red, £10 for blue, and £30 for purple. Oh, come on. Okay, now the game's taking pity on me. Okay. You don't need to spend 3 times as much on purple if you got the red and blue. So, 50 for red, 50 for blue, and then if I need to mix it to make purple, would that still be 10 each though? Okay, I guess that's where it gets tricky. Is a pot of paint for one section, but if I mix a pot of red and a pot of blue, I should have 2 pots of purple. Right, not 1 pot of purple, I should have 2 pots of purple that way, so I should only need to buy 6 red and 6 blue. And if I mix 2 of them, I can cover the middle sections in purple just fine. Means it's £120. Red and blue's the same price, it's 12 sections. That should be fine.
This should do it, I think. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
Oh wait, no, sorry, the answer was 0. Because, you see, the paint is just going to fall from the sky after a truck rolls down the hill onto the ferry. It will cause a cataclysmic paint spill in the Thames River, from which the painter can grab the empty bucket and paint the wall. Uh, hey, look, another light with money. Actually, that's how the painter should fund his little painting project. It won't cost him any money because you can just go to all the street lights and pilfer all the coins. But how much did the Fruit Loops cost, Pack? How much did the Fruit Loops cost? Ah, Mr. Shady. Is it a private joke or is it something you can share? Ah! You scared me. Anyway, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried, but I am sort of curious. Inside we go. Oh yes, money and cereal. That's what I go to the streetlights to find. Speaking of hint coins, remember you can spend yours down below. Those are the channel points. You can actually do stuff with them these days. It's been a little while since anyone has, so I figured I'd mention it. Gosh, it feels deserted in here without any customers, doesn't it? Oh, there's a woman over there though. Look. Yeah, she's not a customer. That's the general manager of the bank. The general manager? She's very important then. Said it, Sunshine. Layman's Reserve Bank has branches all over the country. Each one has a branch manager, and that lady there is the manager of all those managers. The gentleman who asked for this investigation said she'd fill us in on the details. Alright then, let's get filled in. Alright, now how do I start a poll to fill that reward? I know there is a way to start a poll. Kinda like how Mondo did the other day in the GTAs. Do I have to do that on the which end? Let's see here. I'll figure it out. I offered it as a reward, so I was gonna have to figure it out at some point. But I know it's possible. Da 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 da. How do, Twitch? How do? Yes, Pack, you did. I know there's a way to do this. Anyone happen to know on the top of their head? I need to go to my dashboard for this. I thought there was a way just in the chat box. La 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 la. Not an extension, is it? There are some polling extensions, but I didn't think I needed an extension for this. I paused the recording so that they didn't have to sit through me making that Twitch poll, but I made the Twitch poll, I think. At least I can see it. There's a lady we're supposed to talk to. Hello, I understand you're the general manager of the bank. That's right, love. And who are you coming in here with your dirty dog? We're not open to the public yet. I'm sorry. Gosh, have we done something to offend? The poll results for Ken Azren has poll. 50% no way in hell, 50% labo, 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 labo. Although I voted for that second one, so that tells you everything you need to know. No, sorry, madam. I'll have to make the time longer next time. No, sorry, madam. She's not a member of the public. This is the detective who will be investigating the case for you. Detective. This little girl, are you sure she's up to the task? This is a complicated case, you know. I do understand, madam, but I assure you Miss Layton here is highly accomplished in her field. Well, let's hope so, because I demand perfection. Any slip-ups, and I'll have to ask you to drop it. Please rest assured, I'll solve the case for you. Perfectly. Of course, I'll need you to give me as many details as you can first. Would that be alright? Yes, I suppose so. Miss Layton, wasn't it? Yes, Katrielle Layton. And my assistant here is Ernest Greaves. Hello, I'm Bianca Teller. As you already know, Miss Layton, I'm the general manager of the Layman's Reserve Bank. Oh, please call me Katrielle. No, I'd rather not. First names can be a source of confusion. Using people's full names is the perfect solution. This husky's a real barrel of laughs. Well then, perhaps you could explain exactly what the problem is. The problem is, we haven't given it up for level 5 localization yet for the name Bianca Teller. It's a sensitive matter to be treated with complete discretion. Do you understand? Your secrets are safe with me, as safe as this bank's vault. Are you being sarcastic? Oh, I need to be. Is there some problem with the bank's vault, then? Yes, I pride myself on the perfect security measures here, but we've been the victims of grand larceny. I say, someone's robbed the bank. How much was taken? 100 million sterling in notes. I see, 100 million. Wait, 100 million?! You want to talk about unexpected windfalls, just go look at the stock market. GameStop will get you there. Did she just say 100 million? I don't think I could have heard her correctly. How much is 100 million? How many bags of dog biscuits would that buy? That would buy you all the dog biscuit manufacturers in the world, Cheryl. Really? I don't think I could eat all of them. You talking to your dog? You do realize the gravity of this case, don't you? It could undermine the whole bank. Trust me, to get lumbered with a detective who talks to her dog. There it is! It's Mr. Forehead, I mean Mr. Sloane's. I asked for her especially, Bianca. Oh, Mr. Sloanes, I wasn't expecting you, sir. Weren't you? It's my bank that's been robbed, ain't it? Don't you want boss breathing down your neck, is that it? Oh, no, sir, of course not, sir. Well, yous clearly ain't taking my choice of detective, that's for sure and certain. Oh, no, sir. I'm sure you've chosen perfectly. I'll cooperate with Miss Layton in any way I can. Glad to hear it, lass, because she'll be handling the investigation alongside the good gentleman from Scotland Yard. Oh, yes, of course, sir. I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of it. Are his boots that shiny when he walked in here, or has someone been licking them? Well, at least it means she'll stop treating Miss Layton like a schoolgirl. If you'll excuse me, Miss Layton. Now that Mr. Sloanes is here, I must be getting on. Sorry, I hope we haven't kept you. It's just that the branch manager has been taken into the hospital, you see. Maybe more than 120 pounds of paint. Gosh, people sustained injuries in the incident. Oh, the doctors say it's not too serious, but he hasn't regained consciousness yet. So I'm having to fill in for him at the moment. I see, well you're obviously very busy. Excuse me then, sir. I'll get on it. So, we have been properly introduced yet, have we? I'm Grant Sloanes. Level 5. Level 5 localization. Woohoo! Yeah, Grant Sloanes. Yes, sorry. Owner of this bank. I got a few businessmen, actually. This is just one of them. It was Madame Dublé who told me about you. So when I spoke to Inspector Hastings, I made sure he understood I wanted you on the case. Well, that's very kind of you, Mr. Sloanes. Do my very best to live up to your expectations. He certainly looks the part, doesn't he? He's a giant, really packs a punch. He'll punch you if he hears your pinstripes. Eh? What's that, lad? Oh, nothing. I mean, nothing. I believe I've seen you before, Mr. Sloanes. At the premiere of No Sub for Love, wasn't it? Oh yeah, that's right. You solved that one as well, if I'm not mistaken. Does that mean you're still one of the so-called 7 dragons? Huh, well, it's not a title I'd have chosen for myself, but yes, people do call me that. Anyway, enough chat, let's get down to business. Yes, of course. Miss Teller informs us you've had a break-in. That's an understatement. 100 million quid's hardly a break-in. Anyway, break-in, burglary, grand larceny, whatever you want to call it, it needs sorting and fast. So, first things first. Show our young detective here the vault where the money was kept. Right you are, Mr. Sloanes. I've already got the lads from the yard investigating down there. It's in the basement, of course. I'll explain more once we're down there. Look around for goodies. More money in the lights. You know, if you did find cereal inside of lamps, does that mean that you'd be going on a light diet? That pun was free, but you can buy more with Bitcoin. Collection item in the bench, yeah. Alright, down to the vault. So this is where the incident took place. That's the master vault of the Layman's Reserve Bank. 100 million quid in cash went missing from inside there. I say, it's enormous. That's not a vault, that's a room. discovered missing early in the morning. Looks like a classic case of grand larceny. Gotta catch the crook who did it and get the dough back as quickly as possible, Cat. You say people from Scotland Yard are already investigating the vault, Inspector. You found any evidence that might suggest who did this? Layman sausage. What did you try to unhear? Would have taken a pro to crack this safe, that's for sure. But even pros leave a trail usually. Well, not this time. That's strange. I'll need to ask some questions. Just before you, love. Yes, Mr. Sloan. I think I'd see this great mind of yours in action first. Let's see if you can solve this brain teaser. Oh no, he's gonna throw a puzzle at me and I didn't save. It's not that I doubt your abilities. Don't worry, I've heard nothing but good things about you. But I've never dealt with anyone until I see them roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty with my own eyes. I mean, you know who really needs a light diet is Mr. Sloan's because he's got such a bulbous forehead. Now what was the password to the safe? It's 6 letters long and uses the letters A, B, and C. Okay, logic puzzle, I can do that. I've left him speechless. Bulbous forehead was too much for him. Same letters repeated twice in a row in 2 different places. Same letter never appears 3 times or more in a row. Letters A and C appear with the same frequency, which is less than the frequency of B. After a C, there is always an A. So wouldn't that just be... Let me double check that. Same letter is repeated twice in a row in 2 different places. That's why I put 2 B's at the start and 2 B's at the end. Same letter never appears more than 3 times in a row. Check. Letters A and C appear with the same frequency, which means once each. It's less than the frequency of B, which was 2. After a C, there's always an A. That means the C comes before the A. Yeah, simple enough. Cab.
I've seen how to solve this now. And that's how it's done.
Well, Mr. Sloans, I hope that's instilled some confidence in you. Oh golly, what's wrong? He's just glaring at us. Miss Layton. I don't understand. She solved the puzzle. Cracking stuff, love. That's just what I was expecting. Even better. Oh, I think that was his pleased look. I mean, never to look when he's upset. Thank you. So will you tell us the details of the case now? Of course, gladly. The mystery of the missing 100 million. It's up to you to solve it now. I'll do my very best to confine this mystery to history, Mr. Sloans. Saving. 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 You there. Hello, 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 what have we here? Miss Layton and her trusty assistant, Ernest Greaves. Hello, PCB. This is an amazing vault, isn't it? Although I imagine opening and closing it must be hard work. Aha, I had the same thought myself when I thought I had the same thought. I had the self-same thought when who says self-same thought? Instead of same thought myself. I had the self-same thought when I saw how thick that door was, but it turns out it's motorized. All you have to do is enter the code and press the button and presto, it opens automatically. So you don't need to be big and burly to open the vault. I don't know, Miss Layton, even you'd be able to open it if you knew the code. How about that axe? I asked him a question. Hidden puzzle. Do 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 do. These pipes have been joined together to express two two-digit numbers. The upper number is 98. What is the lower number? 86. That not the case? I mean, you can see the 9 and the 8 and how the 8 shares the bottom side with the 9. So by that logic, this is an 8. And starting at that same side, 6.
I've seen how to solve this now. And that's how it's done.
Hey, another light, another coin. Hey, another light, another coin. Oh, I've got it. I know where the 100 million is. The thief snuck in, middle of the night. He converted all the 100 million into coins. And then he climbed to every street light, every lighting fixture in every private residence of all of London. And spread the money far and wide. Just so that we could find it. Now, hand coins are a separate currency, but still. They really like using lighting fixtures, even in the previous Layton games. It's a very impressive looking vault, Mr. Sloan's. Ah yes, the Hermit 5000. Hermetically sealed, totally indestructible. You can fire a shell from a tank at this thing and the contents would be unharmed. In fact, it's not really enough to call it a vault. This thing is a fortress, and that thing is a forehead. Wow, does it need to be so tough? Yes, equally as tough as my forehead. I made it myself, lad. That's why my forehead looks like this. It had to be strong, after all. Well, one of the companies I own made it anyway. It's a forehead reduction company. Really? You own a company that makes vaults for banks? Let me tell you something, lad. It's not just people's money that a bank's vault keeps safe. It's the bank's integrity and its customers' trust. Oh, that would be a smashing slogan for a new vault. So as soon as we completed the manufacture of the Hermit 5000, I had it installed here at the bank. Oh, I get it. We've only been finding the chump change and thinking that we were catching the criminal. But in fact, if we were to dig into his skull, we would find the missing 100 million. Perfect. I thought it would give our customers even more peace of mind. That's what I thought. I can't believe it's been breached so easy. I misjudged that one and make no mistake. So it's his latest model. Our clues this time are going to look like a fat stack of cash. Made by Sloan's company, opens with a code, no sign of forced entry. Just gonna save. You can never be too safe. I understand you were the first person on the scene, is that right? You're a security guard here. Yeah, that's right. I still can't believe it. How could this have happened? That's what we're trying to find out. Could you tell us what you saw this morning? Well, it's my job to keep watching the foyer area overnight, see? The bank closes one day to the next morning. I was keeping a lookout all night, but I swear I never spotted nothing strange. Then early in the morning, Mr. Shinplaster shows up as usual. He's the boss, see? And does Mr. Shinplasters always come in early to work? Yeah, he's always very busy, so he usually tries to get in before everyone else. He must have had something to do in the vault because he went straight through the foyer and headed downstairs. Not long after that, I heard him cry out, so I ran here as quick as I could. When I got here, the vault door was wide open. Did you look inside the vault at the time? I was worried, see, I thought there might be a robber in there. But I thought I should be brave, so I just peeked in quickly. That's when I saw the body flat out on the floor. That was actually Mr. Shinplaster's, wasn't it? It was, yeah. There was no one else about at all, not in the vault or out of it. What did you do next? I dialed 999 straight away, of course. And then I called Miss Teller. She's the general manager. I'm supposed to call the general manager if there's anything not right. When she showed up and saw the vault, she nearly had a heart attack. 1 million quid, 100 million quid gone. So it was Miss Teller who first realized how much was missing. Yeah, it's not my business knowing how much is stashed in the vault. And the boys in blue showed up, the ambulances. It was like carnival around here. That's all I can tell you. And is it right that Mr. Shinplaster still hasn't regained consciousness? That's what I was told, yeah. He'd have broken his legs as well, but they said it wasn't life-threatening. There's a good chance he saw the culprit, though. What a dreadful shame that we can't get a statement from him. Yes, that's frustrating. Still, we must push on with the investigation as best we can. Are there any cameras to check? You would think. I go into the vault. Still something else I'm supposed to inspect. Not that little bit over there. Door? Just look how thick and heavy this door is. The vault door can only be unlocked by entering the correct passcode. The only 3 people who knew that code are Mr. Sloane's, Miss Teller, and who you met before. And the manager of this branch, a Mr. Shinplasters, who's now in the hospital. So in other words, no one can open the vault apart from those 3 people. Security guard noticed there was a problem this morning and he found the vault door already open. The branch manager was out cold on the floor. So presumably he was the one who opened the vault then. That's the only explanation we've been able to come up with so far. We had a good look at the vault door, but there are no signs of it being forced or jammed in any way. A great big door like this one would be impossible to force open, surely. Exactly. So either Shinplasters was coerced into opening the vault, or the criminal slipped in after he'd opened it for himself. The only 2 possible explanations as far as I can tell. After everything we've been told so far, this does seem like a rather strange case. There's no trace of a robbery at all, not a single scrap of evidence. That's exactly the problem we're facing. Well, before we give up hope, let's just look around inside the vault. That would be alright, wouldn't it, Mr. Sloanes? Of course. I'll give you the guided tour. I'll take that guided tour in just a moment. I need to empty the tank, so please accept these images. And I'm back. Okay. Into the vault. Maybe we'll find some classic Disney movies. So this is what the inside of the vault looks like. It's enormous, isn't it? And so shiny. The entire thing's made of metal. As for security, the walls are just as thick as the door. They're made of heavy metal plate. How could anyone manage to steal anything from such an impenetrable box? The answer's a locked away within, Ernest. That's why we need to investigate. Almeida! golly, is that the chalk outline of Shin Plasters, the branch manager? Yeah, this is where he's found this morning. Looks like he hit his head when he fell to the floor and knocked himself out, so they took him off in an ambulance. I had the lads mark out where he was found, just in case it turns out to be important. Oh, that looks like a murder scene. Luckily, I don't think there's any chance of that. They say his injuries aren't life-threatening. He hasn't regained consciousness yet. Nope, bloke's been away with the fairies ever since he was discovered. Which is a right pain in terms of my investigation. If we could just ask him what he saw, we'd be in a much better position. Gold! There's gold in them there vaults. Look, miss, gold bullion bars. So many of them. It's almost like we're playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yes, that's what I'd expect to see inside of a large bank's vault, or inside of Garagmok Monastery. What is that? You spotted something? How long has this bullion been in the vault? They told me it was sitting here for about a month. In other words, the thief or thieves who stole 100 million pounds would have to have seen this gold. Yeah, that's true, but Miss Teller informs me that every bar is accounted for. No gold was taken. Why, though? What thief wouldn't be dazzled by all these gold bars? Yeah, that is a bit odd, come to mention it. I'd have had it away, no mistake. I mean, not that the thefts ever crossed my mind, ever. I was just speaking hypothetically. I think even you'd struggle to make off with this much gold. It's extremely heavy. It's not something you'd want to try to move in a hurry. That makes sense. It would have slowed whoever it was down too much. Do you think that's why the gold was left untouched and only the readies got taken? It's only a theory, but yes. We won't know for sure until we've investigated more thoroughly. Inspector Hastings, were these pallets positioned like this when the vault was discovered? Absolutely. Apart from taking the unconscious Mr. Shinplasters away in an ambulance, the scene's exactly as it was found. Apparently, the missing money was stacked up on these pallets. The banknotes weren't in a case or box or anything. Nope, not according to Miss Teller's statement. All those notes would have been rather heavy, wouldn't they? One person alone couldn't have taken them all, surely. Perhaps we're looking for a group of robbers. That's a fair point, Sunshine. Bank guys are often carried up by more than one person. Take the hit coin, deposit boxes, doo-doo-doo, looking around. Oh, someone stored a puzzle in their bank account. I guess there's no accounting for taste. Number line up. There's some pieces of paper hanging up with numbers on, and one of them is missing. Which number is missing? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2. There's a puzzle similar to this in one of the previous Layton games, so it's kinda reused, in a way. It's a shame.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
Yeah, sure, Kat, that was very mind-stimulating. It took a lot of effort on that one. I say, what an incredibly large fan. That, lad, is the heart of the Hornet 5000's ventilation system. Air temperature and humidity are kept constant at all times. But why do you need air conditioning in a vault? Only come in for very short periods of time, surely. We don't just keep cash in our bank's vault, you see. We store expensive jewelry and other works of art. Things like that can be ruined by even the slightest variation in temperature or humidity. The Hermit 5000 isn't just as strong as an ox, it's as gentle as a lamb to the things inside it. Oh, I see. Rather like the air conditioning used in museums. That's the idea, lad, yes. Although I have to confess that fan's been on the blink a bit recently, so we've had to turn it off. Obviously, that doesn't affect the security of the vault in any way, though. I see, so the air inside the vault is managed using that large fan which is connected to the ventilation system. Well, let me just mark that down, yep. No, it's important if I have to drag a golden piece to the spot. Have I talked to you? Oh, hello, Booker. So you're working on this case, are you? Could you tell us what you found out, Constable? Of course. Well, I've interviewed a number of key people, and here it is. Apparently there were works of art and expensive pieces of jewelry in the vault. That's just the right size for Mr. granting them loans. However, the thief or thieves only took banknotes to the value of 100 million sterling. Everything else was untouched. As whoever it was couldn't be bothered to go through all the drawers. Don't assume the criminal was as bone idle as you, Cat. Perhaps it was just a matter of not having enough time. Pinstripe's could have a point there, though. Well, according to what it says here, works of art and things that can be hard to sell on without leaving a trail, you see. That could be why only the cash was taken. Apart from that, it just says here that I need to carry on investigating inside the vault, so... I think we've seen enough here. Oh, Miss Layton, have you worked out who did it? No, I couldn't say just yet. We need to do a little more investigative work first. Well, I'm afraid I've got a few business matters to see to, so I'll leave you to it, if that's alright. Absolutely. You can leave this in our hands, Mr. Sloanes. Thank you, Miss Layton, and good luck. Right then, ta-ta for now. Bank 100 million down, I'd say he's got more than a few business matters to attend to. So then, Cat, as a result of our investigation so far, here's my theory. You have a theory, Inspector. What do you look so surprised for? I'm a detective, Inspector Cat. What I reckon is, the thief, or thieves, must have snuck into the bank sometime last night. Then he or she or they waited for the branch manager to come in the morning when he or she or they forced him to enter the security code. Now, he or she or they only nicked the cash because it was the first thing he or she or they saw. And he or she or they didn't bother with the gold because it would have slowed him down, or her, or them, down too much during the getaway. In the end, he or she or they bossed shin blasters over the head and made a run for it. What do you reckon? I think I've nailed it. I think you're trying to be too politically correct. He or she or they could have done that. That really what happened, I wonder. You think I'm wide of the mark, do you? Well, the security guard was in the foyer from the close of business yesterday right through until this morning. But he claims there was nothing unusual at all. I mean, I called him a word that I shouldn't have called him before because of Twitch terms of service. But yeah, I have that sentiment. What are you talking about? He doesn't need a personality. He's the love interest of unrequited kind. Isn't that enough? Yes, but not to mention the fact that immediately after the incident, he says he didn't see anyone other than Mr. Shinplasters. Yes, unrequited love interest. He likes her. She's oblivious. So apart from being long-winded, well, actually, she might not be oblivious. She might be deliberately not requiting it because she's just not interested. And there's been hints to suggest that maybe she kind of knows and is teasing him. But point is, that's his one personality trait. Your theory also fails to explain how he or she or they got in and out of the bank unnoticed. I suppose you got a point there. Back to the drawing board then. I mean, I don't know if they, is there anyone who would go to that site to see someone do a bunch of paperwork and run errands? Because that's what he does. Yeah, he's the busy work guy. Oh, no one wants that. One wants that. Oh, Pack laying it down. A theft of 100 million pounds is going to be the headline news all over the capital. That's why this is so hush-hush, the press can't get a hold of it. So you mean this incident hasn't been made public yet? No. Miss Teller's been pretty noisy about making sure we understand that's how it has to stay. Bad news for the bank, this. I'll say. If it's not dealt with in the proper way, it could mean they have to close down, even. So like I said before, mum's the word. But as an officer of the law, I'm only at liberty to keep this from the public for 24 hours. So we gotta find the dough before the end of the day. Yeah, have a good night, Cal. Make sure you don't go telling your neighbors about this or anything. As if I'd say a woof to anyone. That reminds me, I think we need to ask Miss Teller a few more questions. She had to be in her office if we needed her. Alright then, shall we head up there now? You go ahead. I'm gonna stay here and push on with the investigation of the crime scene. Yeah, there's only room for one power bottom around here, and that's Cheryl. Go in the spot. Whoever executed the heist managed to get into the bank, open the vault, incapacitate the manager, and make off with 100 million in notes. We didn't gather that much already. Alright, I think as far as story progress goes, I'll leave the rest of this case for the next stream, and I'll end off this stream by going back to the Hound and the Pound minigame, seeing if I can knock a little more of that out before I'm ready to call it. You already told me how this Oh, it didn't save my progress from earlier. I already beat stage 1 earlier. Alright, now I gotta remember how to do it. Yellow switch, blue switch, blue, turn off blue, turn off pink. Okay, got my progress back. I did not need to do the level again. Alright. Level 2, dodgy floors under pause. Going for 5 moves. Now they introduce collapsible flooring. Alright, so of course the only way into the goal is from the bottom. I need to get him here. Which is gonna mean getting him up against this blue piece. I can't just walk onto this because it won't let you move then. Dog's dinner. Yeah, a good one, Pack. Oh wait, I can also move him up here. No, but then he'll stop there and... I didn't mean to go back to the screen. Alright, gonna... go up first, that would be safe, and then I can go to the right if I turn off the switch. Go down. I mean, I have to get here, so the question is, how do I get there? I could... a little trick here. There. 1. 3. Possible in 5 moves. One maybe if he stops there. Yeah, gonna try something. Got it. That's the instruction. I just wanted to save. Go back and save. Okay, there were a couple other levels I could try. 3 and 4. That's where they introduced the arrows that redirect you. I can do it in 2 moves. And then I would need him to end up here. Happen if he ends up there. Could end up here and alright. Okay, so I just gotta flip all the switches. And I gotta lower those. I was trying to lower the pink. Then is the path clear? No, I need to lower the blue as well. Ta-da! And final level that I have unlocked for now. They introduce a 4th switch color as well as these J panels. Which, did it mention what those did? If it did, I didn't read it. Let's just see what they do. I believe J stands for jump.
I can make it.
Okay. That's good because we gotta get over there. So if I turn all these off, I can get over here in 2 moves. And then... didn't that just do it?
I can make it.
Oh, I can't flip it if he's on it. I mean, I can finish the puzzle, but I don't have the least number of moves currently, because if I do that, like I can get there, but that's over the limit. New plan. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is Steve Bowling in the chat. Welcome. I am wrapping up the stream of the night with this little doozy of a puzzle. Have to get our all-important talking dog to his all-important brown spot. Yeah, we were just trying to solve a bank robbery, and then, you know, I was like, let's be done with Mr. Forehead for a little while. We're like halfway through the case. I can finish that off next time. And yeah, let's just play with the dog. You cannot pet the dog in this game, as far as I recall, but he's a talking dog with a bit of an attitude, so maybe you don't necessarily want to. Alright, so gotta try to do this in 5 moves. Moving the switches does not count as moves, though. I can flip those as much as I want. I don't know if I'd recommend this one as a starting point, because, oh god, I wish I had a better reference for this, but it's kind of like, no, I'm not even gonna make that comparison. I was gonna say Teen Titans, go to Teen Titans, but the disparity is not that much. But this is a more comedic game, where all the cases are self-contained, and all the previous Layton games are connected by one overarching plot thread. And it's a real good plot thread, except maybe episode 5. That one's kind of the filler episode. That's the episode 5 I'm talking about. That's my least favorite mainline Layton game. And oh boy. Yeah, that's also smack dab in the middle of the prequel trilogy. So you don't have the context of the 4th game before it. It works like Star Wars, right? The first 3 games came out and then they made a prequel trilogy. But the prequel trilogy loops back to the original trilogy, so it becomes one cohesive story. Yeah, it's gotta be something I can do over here. I don't think I could. Wait, maybe I can use that one. That jump pad right there is looking like a nice candidate. Alright, but then also the mysteries of Miracle Mask I just find way more obvious.
I can make it.
Like, less intriguing on the whole. Oh, but now I'm stopped on a yellow and I can't flip the yellow while I'm on a yellow. So that's maybe not gonna work. Oh my god, Steve Bowling subscribed.
Bowling just subscribed.
Well, I never thought I'd see that alert go off, but hey, thanks, Steve. What you get with that currently is an emote that's supposed to look like a symbol for puns. Ah, man, Steve, I like it. You know, never overdo it, because I know you have plenty of friends out there, and gotta be careful not to spread yourself too thin on the support. Look out for Steve. I know, I have a history of spreading myself too thin sometimes. Alright, the puzzle. Also, I guess I should mention, as someone who hasn't played much Layton, this is a minigame. This is a minigame contained within the proper game. This is not the mainline gameplay. And this is completely optional content that I'm doing right now. So, if this part doesn't look fun, don't let that detract. But, you know, it's there if you want it. Right, he's gotta get over. La 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 la, my oh my, I cannot make the dog fly. When will he hit the goal? That way, the bottom half seems out of the question, because I'd have to use too many moves to get through these switches over to that jump pad. I mean, a whole 2 of them. Actually, wait a minute. That might be exactly the move. Because look, all these switches are down at the same time. That gives them one straight path. Oh no, wait, that can't be the move though, because if I move him to the right, I will be on the pink. And then I won't be able to lower the pink for him to get the rest of the way to the right. So that's a red herring. See, making me think. This is the 4th level out of 10, so it should make me think. By the way, fun fact, don't know if you caught it. I had this overlay was done by the same Evernight that did your logo. Because I saw him do the logo and I thought, yes, do that. Up and to the right, maybe. I mean, I keep playing around with the idea of moving up and to the right. That doesn't seem to be working out too well. So then I tried turning right here, but then I end up trapped on this yellow bit. Oh, I think I just saw it. I think I see it now. Everything's coming together. Everything's coming up as ring. Watch this. This is gonna be exciting. Ready?
I can make
He'll
it.
jump there, and then he's gonna jump down here, and I'm gonna flip off the blue and the yellow while I'm at it. We're gonna move there, and now I'll flip off the pink, and there's that straight path I was looking at earlier. Other than that, I'm all caught up on minigame levels. The game has a lot to offer, especially if you go for the daily puzzles. That's an extra several hundred puzzles worth of content right there. That's arguably not worth it, because it's a lot of the same on repeat, just gets harder and harder. But, you know, your main gameplay is looking around rooms like this, investigating clues to whatever case you're trying to solve, occasionally finding hint coins that you can use on puzzles, and occasionally running into puzzles you gotta solve. Could be multiple choice, could be write in your answer, could be arrange pieces of a puzzle. It varies. I'd say the puzzle design is weaker in this installment compared to the main 6, but they're still not too bad. And then of course you have the Phoenix Wright crossover, which doesn't really touch on the plot point of either game too much, but then you get investigations with Layton, followed by court cases with Phoenix. They even add a new mechanic to Phoenix's trials in that game, so that's pretty good. But that should about... Yeah. Alright, well, you're catching me at the dog tail end of the stream here. I kinda don't want to play it on principle because it will disappoint me. You mean this game or Phoenix? I'm too curious, but the Phoenix Wright crossover, I wouldn't say I'd call it a disappointment. I had fun with it. But I guess I guess the concern there is it going to be a jack of all trades, master of none? Like, is it really going to hit the same high points as Phoenix or the same high points as Layton, or is it just going to be this average middling of both? And it's been a little while since I played it, so I don't recall offhand how well it holds up. But I remember still liking it on the whole. So, we'll see. That's gonna be where I wrap things up. Thank you to everyone who came out today. It's been a good time. This case will wrap on Thursday. And yeah, have a good night. See you then. Roll credits.